Hi.
How?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. It is I, Michelle, and Michaela, and we are paparazzi consultants.
I'm sorry, my eyelash looks weird. Does it look?
No.
It doesn't look like
It
one
looks
is
full.
higher than the other one.
Well, if you're gonna say that on live, everybody's gonna look and be like, one of them look higher than the other one.
I think this one's higher than the other one.
I don't know. Fine with me. It's been fine all day long. You wanted to get on here. Hello.
This is my
Hello.
Hey everybody.
Today we came on not to ask you to take a look at anything we're showing, but for you to ask us anything that you would like to know about us. Hi, mamas.
Any questions is an open question thing.
Yep, anything you want to ask us.
Anything at all.
Ooh.
Anything.
So, I guess we could start by telling a little bit about ourselves. I am I'm a mother of 3 girls. Michaela is my oldest. I have another daughter. Her name is Michelle, and I have my last daughter, and her name is Damani. She's 11.
Okay.
I work at a local cable company, and I don't know, like, I feel like I want to say I'm a Capricorn, and I like chocolate, and my favorite colors are like purple and blue.
Oh.
I don't know what else I could tell you.
Hey everybody. My voice is messed up today. Why? Because I was screaming yesterday. I'm not sick. And this is Kiana, y'all. The Miss Busybody, my only daughter. Hi. Say hi. Wave.
Say hi. Go like this. Remember how I showed you to wave? Say hi.
She only waves at people she's not comfortable talking to.
What's up?
Like, instead of saying hi, she just waves. But yeah, today's purpose of this live is so y'all can ask us questions, and we can answer any questions y'all want to know to get to know us better. I really don't know what to say right now. I hope everybody who's watching this is having a great day. And don't mind the fact that my lashes are lopsided.
Let's see. I can talk about some other things about myself. I am a poet. I have been writing since the age of 11. And the very first poem I have ever written was published in a book. And I won an award for it. I wonder why you can't see anybody up here today. I wonder if anybody's talking. I don't know if it's just messed up and we don't see comments. I'm not sure. But anyway.
I hope not, because we need to see these comments today.
If you got questions for us, we want to answer.
You know what it is? I think this lash is falling off.
Stop looking so hard.
Sorry.
Is her lash falling off? Because it's like she's getting obsessive over it.
I didn't do my hair.
I write short stories sometimes too. I'm trying to think, because I've written one.
I used to write when I was in school.
When I was in high school, I wrote a story about a bunch of kids that was going to high school, and they were friends, and one of them was a good girl, and the other one was a player. He was a player guy, and they were getting together, and they got into a big old street fight, and one of them was about to die, and that's when I ended the story. I didn't finish it. I wrote another one about a doppelganger that looked just like me, and she was trying to take over my life.
Oh, like us?
No, not like y'all. Like a doppelganger. Oh wait, yeah, like us. I forgot about that movie, but yeah, it was something like that. And in the end, I fought for my life, I guess you could say. And I wrote a story. But I like to write stories, you know. In school, I had wrote soap operas for the kids to read. I haven't done that in a long time, write a good story. I write poems still, though. I still do that.
I used to.
I just take breaks. Sometimes writer block is real. Sometimes I need a muse or something that keeps my attention to write about.
If you're here, you guys can ask us any question at all that y'all want to ask. This is a open
interactive
session.
Yeah,
Y'all can ask anything at all. Anything is acceptable.
Open to discussion. What else? What is she doing?
I don't know. She's been doing all this other stuff. But I invite people. But yeah.
No, so what else was I gonna say? One of my poems was stolen. And I see not all of it, but some of the lines is in what is it? Look, now she done got herself stuck. And this she been doing that all day. One of them
Trying to get her.
some of the lines is in Monifa's song. But I mean I can't really prove it, but I know those are my lines. That's why I don't like to share my poetry that much no more, because I know people do take it. It's crazy how people do that. What else can I tell you about me? I've worked in various different places. I've worked at Serendipity 3, which was an ice cream restaurant kind of place. And they make the best desserts. Like, they're famous for frozen hot chocolates. And everybody will come to this restaurant. And when I mean everybody, I mean like famous people. I've seen, why does she have that? Henry Winkler. Look, give me that. Just give me that right there. Cause I don't even know what this
so
is.
sorry, y'all. We have nothing to entertain Kiki today, so she's all over the place. Please bear with us.
Yeah. So, in a restaurant, there was famous people that would come in all the time. And one of them was Henry Winkler and Ron Howard. They come in every year around December. I remember Danny DeVito had rented out the store, and he came in with his whole family. And they were like the sweetest family ever. I remember I saw John Travolta in there, and I was so starstruck. But there's a story that I have that...
We got a question.
We have a question?
Yeah.
What is it?
Jay says, when I was 19, my opinion of my mother was she didn't understand me. Do you feel you and your mom could talk about everything?
That is such a good question.
It's a great question.
Go ahead, answer.
I feel the same way. Sometimes I feel like she just don't understand me. And I can't talk to her. I can't come to her and talk to her. So I go and I speak to people who I feel like do understand me or can relate, you know?
Yeah. But it's not like that all the time. It's just some things, because some things me and Michaela can talk about a lot. And we can talk it through and through. And other things we just don't see eye to eye on at all. We argue, fuss, and fight just like any other mother and daughter. But one thing I think about me and Michaela is that we are going to constantly try to build that relationship between us and try to keep close as much as we can. You know, we try to forgive each other and move on because that's the way life is. Are you trying to go behind me? You want to go to mommy? Go ahead.
But it's also good to have other outlets for when you feel that way because you do need people to talk to. So whether it's a friend or a significant other, whoever, like, those are good people. Those are, you know.
Hi, Clavy.
But you also gotta know who's your real friends or not because you can't be spilling your whole guts out to people and then next thing you know they're
using it against you. Yeah. If you have any questions for me or my daughter today, today's an open live where you get to ask us anything. It's just completely interactive. Feel free. This is our question and answer. Yeah, ask us anything. So, I think that was an excellent question, Jay. I think that us coming together and trying to do things together helps us to continuously work on our relationship, and I appreciate that for what it's worth. So thank you for your question. We appreciate you.
We're still working on it, but I feel like we definitely got a lot closer.
I feel like sometimes when women ask for friends, that they're given daughters.
You know, that's really funny. Because right before Kiana came along, I felt like I needed more friends. Like, I was like, I need friends. I feel alone. I feel like, you know, I don't have nobody to hang out with, whatever. And then a few months later, I was pregnant. And Kiana acts just like me.
She really did. Screaming at the top of her lungs. Thank you.
She acts just like me.
But let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh yeah, so I was telling you about serendipity. I mean, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, because this is what we're here for. We want you to interact with us. We want to talk to you. We want you to get to know us and who we are. If you don't know anything about us, or if you do, or if you remember something about us that you want to talk about, we can talk about that too. But yeah,
it's an open discussion with you and us. Us and you.
So,
you and me and you.
So let me tell you, there was this one time that I was working at Serendipity, and there was this beautiful, dark, tall woman that came in. I mean, she was beautiful. Her skin was flawless, and she came in and she was wearing all white, so it even brought out her skin complexion even more. And I was in awe when I saw this person, and I was looking for... Who is that question to? I was looking for, I don't know, I just was mesmerized. And the woman, she looked at me and she stared me in the eyes, and she ended up leaving. And my supervisor comes up to me and he was like, what was that all about? I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I know that person. But, okay, we're going to answer that question coming up. I said, I feel like I know that person, but I can't put my finger on who that was. And he goes and says, that was Cicely Tyson. And I was like, oh my God, that was Cicely Tyson. She was beautiful. And this was back in 2000.
She provided the music tonight.
So, do you have a special man in your life?
Do I have a special man in my life? I do. Y'all got me blushing over here. I do. And, you know, I really told myself I wasn't going to get in a relationship after this relationship that I just got out of. That was just really terrible. But, like, you know, like, some things just happened that just wasn't planned. And it's going pretty well. And I'm like, I think it's going better than what my other ones were because we're not like always talking about it on social media 24/7, always posting each other. Like that's just like you want to be seen so bad. Like we're more private, but yet not secret. So yeah, I think that's pretty ideal. And we have like a great communication complex.
Well, not complex.
Whatever it's called.
Great communication. Okay, so me, I'm interested, I'm talking, but I'm still single. No one has locked this down. And that's how I'm going to put it. Nobody has locked this down. I don't got no ring on my finger. And that's that.
I ain't never had nobody tell me how to think of it.
I remember when John Travolta came in. Oh boy, I think I might about lost my mind. I never thought I would see him in the store, and I just could not control myself.
Oh,
What they
Jesus.
call it starstruck. I was starstruck.
I would be starstruck if I met Rihanna, baby. Oh my God, if I meet Rihanna in my life, I will feel like I've accomplished something. Like Rihanna is like, oh my God, she's such a
No, I don't do that. We don't do that. I mean, me, I don't do that. When I was maybe younger, but I don't do that anymore. I feel like having a friend with benefits is a waste of my time, and I'm too old for that.
And always somebody's gonna develop feelings.
Yeah, it's actually a relationship without being an official relationship, and somebody's gonna always get hurt.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's not the type of thing that I want to get into.
And I don't feel like I would want to give myself to someone who's not committed to me.
Right. I don't want to fully give myself to anybody.
Like, giving yourself to somebody creates a really large attachment. And I don't want to be attached to somebody who doesn't want to be with me 100%. Like, whether you're going to treat me like a princess or you're going to dip. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is.
When I mean talking, I meant just like in the beginning kind of stages where you get to know each other. But it's not.
She's not exclusively dating, but she's dating.
I don't even know if I want to say that. I'm not in a relationship yet. That's how I want to put it.
She's single.
Yep, all the way.
She said, all single ladies, all single ladies, all single ladies. Oh, sing put your hands up. Do my own little thing. Decided to dip. Now you want to trip. If you
like it, then you should have put it.
Bring on it.
Don't deny it, then you should have put it.
Bring on it.
Let's see what else. See, they getting good with the questions. They getting good with the questions.
Right, I see Clavy there. She didn't ask a question yet.
That was juicy.
I got a whole boyfriend, y'all.
And I like this guy.
That's my man. Like, stop.
He probably gonna watch this too. He probably would, cause he likes to watch her lives and stuff. He be talking about how funny we are and stuff. He just got a whole mind on his shoulders, so I like that about him. But that's another thing. It's like when you sit there and you think about what you want in a person, and then you think about, can I offer this person what I want? And I think that over the last 5 or 6 years, because I actually was in a relationship in the beginning of last year. And yeah, I had been in one relationship for about 4 years, and then the one before that was 3 years. But it wasn't for me, so I had to leave it alone.
She's so dramatic. You mad you can't pick up the card? Look.
So, what's her bubble?
Oh, no.
So, we were both born in the Bronx, in New York.
Kobe.
Yeah, we were both born at the same hospital. My mother had me. in Jacoby, and my daughter was in Jacoby. So we got down to the exact same place. That was a good one too.
But back to what we were speaking about. Oh my God. Back to what we were speaking. I saw this video.
Right? Because, like, I heard my mom had went to Jacoby, so I went to Jacoby and I tried to. But I didn't really like Jacoby.
Yeah. She was born at Einstein, right next to Jacoby.
Yeah, I had my last daughter at Einstein.
And Einstein was really amazing. Like, I would totally recommend giving birth in Einstein. They're so super supportive. And they're so nice. And you get your own room. You don't have to share with other people. And they have visiting hours, but not visiting limits. Like, meaning you can have, like, 20 people in there. And they're not going to care. Which I really liked.
I mean, it probably is different now because of COVID, but
I'm glad that I didn't have to go through that.
But her birth experiences was so different from mine, because for me, I went through about 6 hours of active labor, and she went through 12, almost 24 hours of active labor, and then she had to do literal pushing when she just popped out. So it was very different.
It was a bad experience when it came to the pain.
I don't think she want to have no more kids. I'm done.
Unless I'm married already, I will not be having any more kids. Unless we tie the knot, jump over the broom, whatever. Because going through all that for somebody who's just gonna dip is no.
The way she think about it is different from the way that I thought about it, because when I gave birth, I went through all of that so that she could have life, or any one of my kids could have life, and that's just part of the process. And I wasn't doing that for him or anybody else except my child. But my pregnancies have always been really, really bad, where I haven't been able to eat anything. I'm throwing everything up, and I'm always in the hospital getting IV because I'm so dehydrated. I can't drink water. I can't eat food. So
yeah, that's the difference between her. She had a nice birth and I had a nice pregnancy. My pregnancy was smooth. The only problem I had was I was really, really low on iron, and they were scared, so they gave me 2 IV bags of iron. That was it. Other than that, I was Gucci. I was eating. I was able to eat. I'm happy I was able to eat because I was already losing weight. I probably would have been 80 pounds if I would have been able to eat. Hey, JoJo.
Hi, Jolene. This is our question and answer. You get to ask me, Makeda, anything that you want. Oh, wow. Yeah. I've had my own story. I don't even know, man, but I understand where you coming from, Jay. I had a situation when it came to this one right here. So we made sure paternity test is what's taken. So I get it.
The male species.
But I mean, it's
interesting
funny
creatures.
because us as females, we are the same when you look at it when it comes to our teen years as the guys. We go through the same feelings that they go through, but they always expect more from us and for us to be better. And we can try. But when you hit the bloom of youth, there's a lot of things that can happen. And then a lot of times, women, like myself, be looking for love in the wrong places, and then you end up with situations. So, I get it.
I was a ignore the red flags type of person at first.
Yeah. Now I'm like, let me write down my red flags that I see.
I know, but the good thing about going through a bad relationship is you know what you want.
Well, you know what you don't want when you go through a bad relationship.
And you know what you do want. You know, like, you want the opposite of what you don't want.
Situationships, yeah. See, that's another thing.
I had a situationship for like 3 years before.
I'm tired of putting myself in situations where, I'm not gonna come out with what I deserve or what I want. So I'm leaving things like that alone. And I'm not in a hurry to get into anything because I know that there's a lot that I'm going to require because there's a lot that I'm going to be willing to give. So I'm taking my time. But I'm not in a rush.
I brought that boy around my grandma one time. She does not let me live it down. Does not let me live it down. Her and her man, they always bring up that man's name. Like, I haven't seen that man in years. Why you can't let it go?
But I think that was different from you because you were actually in a relationship with him in the beginning. And then it turned into something else later when you guys broke up.
Still.
Hi, Irene. Today is our interactive Ask Anything You Want to Know About Me or Michaela. So welcome to our interactive live.
It was a whole lot. It was a drama. Yeah, I felt like I was in a TV show.
I always find it that when you are in the bloom of youth, that everything always feels worse than what it actually is.
Right? Until you feel something else.
I think it's until you can learn to kind of control yourself a little bit. I mean, sometimes even as women, we lose control of our emotions at times. It's just only natural. Anybody does. And that's not just women, it's men too. Because sometimes men lose and get lost in their own emotions too. But
they go psycho.
I just feel like it's harder to deal with when you're young and you don't control your feelings and you're in a space where you feel like it's never going to be different than what it is, and you kind of get stuck and you can't see past
that's just so terrible because then you stay in a bad situation longer than you need to.
Mm-hmm.
But I can relate.
But to anybody who's in a situation, remember that you're the only one who can change it.
And also, pay attention. Like, you'll always know who's really there for you and who's not. You always know who really cares for you and who doesn't. Don't fall in love with who you think they should be or who you think they can be.
Actions speak
louder
than
words. Fall in love
with
who they are.
And who they tell you that they are. Because if they tell you, this is how I am, you should run, then run. Don't wait. Be out.
Right. Words are beautiful. They are. But what they do is what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fall in love with fairy tales. Something that I need to work on to get to the next level is fear and my anger. My anger gets the best of me, and I've been trying to figure out what to do about that. And fear, I have fear of failure, and when I feel like I'm gonna fail, I just give up because I don't want to fail. But then that's allowing my fear to come true because I'm not doing anything about it, so I'm basically failing anyways. So I just need to get over that, and as soon as I get over that, I'm pretty sure I can move forward and keep going, and also learn how to deal with my depressive episodes. Because when I get my depressive episodes, I feel like I can't do anything, and I'm just, what's the point of doing anything? So, you know, I've been able to, like, pull myself out of them. Because before, I used to not be able to deal with depression at all. Like, it used to be really bad. Like, I would be not going to school for, like, weeks in my bed, staying there, or whatever.
And that was something that I can say as her mom, that I didn't understand what she was doing. I thought she just didn't want to go to school, that she just giving me a hard time. And I tried to push her with force to make her go. And that just made it worse.
In one of my schools I was going to, the teachers and the students was bullying me. So it was like, I wasn't happy anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And
I was very isolated.
I was in a space at the time where if she was giving me too much pushback to do something, I would just pause. So one of the things that I started having her do, because she gave me so much problems doing it, was her hair. So she was doing her own hair and she didn't really know how to do it. So she was going to school, her hair looking all crazy. And because of that, the students was teasing her. So I didn't understand that at the time either. I didn't even know what was going on, because at a point in time, like she said, she didn't feel like she could come to me. So I didn't know what was going on. And she just got more and more depressed to the point where it was just really a dark place. It was really dark. And it took us a long time to get her out of that. She said, Titi Jojo, put somebody behind. But now I know that sometimes Michaela just needs time to be in a room by herself. Like, she sometimes will worry me if she goes too many days being in the room, because she won't turn on the light. You know, the day will go by, she won't get up. But then in the nighttime, or I'm not even sure when exactly she does it, but then she goes and raids the kitchen. And all the sweet stuff is gone. All the chips, all the junk and all of that. But she don't really touch like the regular food. And then that's when I know, you know, I just got to give her time to go through it. But I'm also one that suffers from depression too. So I be wondering, hi Olive, I wonder if it's something that I passed on to her, because it kind of runs in my family. You know, like my mom is depressed, and my father was like manic depressive, and there's just some types of illnesses that run. Thank you. That run through the family. So sometimes I think that Kayla may have seen me go through that, where I go through my times where I'm in the bed and I can't get up, and I'm calling out of work because I can't get up. I cannot function. Hi, Donna. So those are the times where I feel she's similar to me, because she has to have seen me go through it and be stuck in bed at some point in time. So she deals with that way too. But sometimes now, since I know better, instead of going back and grabbing sweets like donuts and cookies and cakes, which is what I do. Could you get her please, because she might knock over the live thing. I'm sitting there and I get up and I'm like, you know what's better, that still brings out the same endorphins that sugar does? Workouts. So sometimes I'll ask her if she just wants to work out with me, and we'll just try to dance and do something that makes us feel good. And so that's what I'm trying to teach them now, because it's still the same thing in breaking generational curses, and part of that is that depression. So I have to teach her a different way to deal with it, so that we're not gonna have the same health issues when we're growing up and stuff like that. So I see sometimes she'll get up and she'll start exercising. She does it without me, and I'm happy about that. So I'm really proud of the kids that I have, because they are doing better than me in their own way.
Yeah, music is very therapeutic for me. Like, being in my room, just listening to music and dancing really helps lift my mood.
I also feel that it also depends on the type of music that you're listening to, because you have to listen to something that's positive. If you're going to listen to someone who's going to be degrading women throughout the entire song, it's going to get to you in your mind even if you don't know it. And I say because if subliminal messages, which is something that somebody puts in a song, that you don't realize you're listening to can affect you, how much more if you're actually listening to the words and you know what they're saying is going to affect you. So you got to be careful about what you're allowing your mind to have put into it. Yeah. So I'm constantly telling her that.
And taking a walk. She told me taking a walk.
A brisk walk.
And I've been doing that lately and it's been helping.
When I used to work in... Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my dispatchers. When I used to work in the office and I used to do customer service, it used to drive me nuts. And the customers would make me kind of feel like I was going crazy. And my father would say, sometimes you just got to take a pause. And I had worked around the mall, so I would take like a really fast walk around the mall just to get those juices going so I could finish my day with a positive attitude. And it really worked. I was really surprised how good that worked for me. So I do that to bring my mood up. You guys got any more questions for us? Yeah, I mean, you just got to find new ways of doing things. Figuring it all out. I do not like being heavy. And when you get depressed and you let that depression take you to a place where all you want to do is eat junk food. I was almost 200 pounds at one time. And I'm a little person. So 200 pounds on me looks like I'm a blueberry. So I don't want to be looking like a blueberry. I don't have no neck. I'm gonna tell you this. This is the funny thing to me. I was completely happy in my skin as a big girl. I was happy. I just didn't want to take pictures because I didn't like the way I was looking, but I was happy and I liked the clothes that I wore and I felt good about myself as a big girl. So then I wanted to inculcate those feelings and stay with those feelings with me as I became smaller. And it was funny because when I was younger, I was 100 pounds wet. And I didn't like myself. So to go from 100 pounds to 200 pounds and then learning to love yourself in any shape or size it's difficult to do. But if you can love yourself as a big girl, why can't you love yourself as a little one? Now I can wear whatever I want. And I like that. Any of y'all got any questions?
Yeah. Keep the questions rolling, y'all.
If you got questions, we got answers. So far, we've had some very interesting questions, which I wasn't expecting. We got some juicy questions today. And I thought that was interesting that we did not turn any question away. And I thought this was something interesting to do so that you guys get to know us a little bit better. Because it's good to know whoever it is that you speak to. I'm over here trying to fix my numbers. The baby took them out. Threw them all over the table on the floor. Numbers everywhere. Numbers everywhere.
I love this necklace, y'all.
So another place that I worked at was Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium. I had a lot of fun working there. I'm not really into sports. I never watched a game. Never watched a game. I get bored at the Yankee game. I get bored at the any game. I've never sat through a whole game. Yeah, I tried.
Except basketball. I love basketball. I watch basketball games.
I used to like to watch basketball. I really used to like to watch women's basketball.
I used to like watching national cheerleading.
I never watched that.
I used to watch it with Arthur.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was on the TV and we watched them cheer forever.
What I used to watch with my parents was the Olympics and figure skating. We used to watch those all the time.
Dancing with the Stars.
And Dancing with the Stars. Well, I never used to really watch that.
Nana always watching that. She always like, come, look. Or, what's that? America's Got Talent.
I would watch it if my parents were watching it. because it was something that they would love to do, and I would do it with them because they loved it. Another thing my mom used to love to watch was Fear Factor. I could only watch that, but for so long. My mom likes all of that weird food and people eating it.
No, the new one there is crazy. They be trying to get them their fears of getting over their fears of drowning and stuff.
Nah, I'm good. I don't leave me with my fears, because my fears. I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh my God! Like when they be sitting there, in that box and they dump like all those bugs on them. I'm like, y'all braver than me, because as soon as I seen it, I would have been like, give me up, don't even.
Yeah, I think to me, seeing it is worse than, like, if I see a bunch of bugs on the sidewalk or something, like, I'm gonna leave. Like, what was the last book that we read? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the last book too. 2 books, and I didn't actually read them. They were audibles, so I don't know. Does that count?
I read for myself, because I read baby books.
I read the 5 love languages recently, and I read them because it's supposed to help with my business. If I can understand what my love language is, then I can understand what somebody else's love language is. And there is one specifically to business, but I wanted to read it for myself personally. And then the last book I read was from Dale Carnegie. I've read this book before, but I decided to read it again because I think it has excellent information, was How to Influence People and Make Friends. And I redid that one. It's really good. It always has great suggestions, and sometimes I find myself needing to use them for conversational purposes and when I meet new people. You?
The last book I read was The Giving Tree. To the kids. But the book that I've read for myself, I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember what it was about. Like, it was the last book I read from the beginning to the end, and it was like wow. I was so shocked that was like, I was so shocked with the plot twist.
Which book?
So I don't remember it, but it was like this lady. She was writing like a letter to her daughter. And it was like they were going into different point of views. It was her, and then it was like her daughter. So basically, it was her. The mother was trying to write she was trying to write a letter to her daughter about, her life, because her daughter, she was going through things, and then she just left. She basically grew up in like a group home, and then she moved out, and she met this stripper lady, and they got together and all that stuff, and they haven't seen each other for years. And then I forgot what it was. They was putting somebody in court, and she had to be there. But the long story short, that the plot twist that killed me was the girl who's like her mother. The mother had this man, and she was in love with him, and they were dating, and she got pregnant, but she found out that he wasn't the father of her child, that her rapist was, and her rapist was her child's rapist.
Wow. And
that was just so crazy to me. I was like, that's really crazy. And when she found that out, she was like going, like she went really crazy, because she didn't even know that. And so after like a while, like she used to dress up like a dyke, like a boy. And after like she came to terms with everything, and she forgave her mother and all that, and she cried to her, and she was like, she just basically told her everything that she was feeling. they moved. Her and her girlfriend was moving, and she just dressed like a girl. Like it's just like she accepted everything and she forgave everybody and she moved on. She moved forward. That's what that transformation meant. Like that's what I got out of the book. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a really powerful book to me.
It sounded like it was. It's interesting how many people have had that type of a situation going on with them, especially when you ask females, when's the first time you notice a guy looking at you in that way? And you know what I mean? And the ages that women say is really shocking. But we did have another question. Wait.
Do you have a favorite holiday?
We don't really do that.
We don't really celebrate holidays, but I love Thanksgiving. I love the food.
We just come together and like to eat as a family around Thanksgiving. But we don't really do the holiday thing. Your favorite sleep position? That's a good question, Jay. Look at you coming with these questions.
Okay. So my bed is by the wall, but like I sleep on my side with my back toward the wall, so I'm facing like the door where the light is at. That's where I like to sleep all the time.
Since I've had kids, I don't like sleeping on my stomach anymore, so I sleep on my side as well. Yeah, I just sleep on my side.
I've always slept on my side.
I used to sleep on my stomach, but I sleep on my side. My favorite celebrity crush.
My celebrity crush. Let me show ya.
My favorite celebrity crushes. I've spoke to Olive about this on her live. Okay, I have 3. Ving Rhames, Morris Chestnut, and Tay Diggs.
Can y'all see it? I don't think it's focusing.
I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
Oh, that's me and my husband.
Who is that though?
That's Polo G.
Okay, because then nobody know who that is. Well, maybe they do. Did y'all know who that was?
Yeah. We was
My
together.
pet peeve.
He's so fine.
You see? She said, who is that? Say who it is again.
That's Polo G.
Alright, so my pet peeve, I'm going to tell you. I don't like it when people make arrangements and then they don't show up and they don't call to cancel. Oh, I hate that. I mean, at least cancel, right? At least cancel. That's how I feel.
Pet peeve, I hate when people eat loud.
Yeah, she do. That's so funny. She be like, do you have to eat loud like that? I hear you all the way in the room.
It just really bothers me so much. Like, they be like, what is it about? Yes, it's bothering me. Please stop. It is.
It's funny. It's hilarious to me. I'm one of them people that like to chew gum loud. I have an anxious habit. And I've gotten in trouble at my job because when the customers really I chew gum to my nerves, or I had a fidget. You know when it makes the noise, or the clicking the pen? It helps for my nerves, and they hate it. Everybody hates it. So I have to find other ways to deal with the nervousness that I have, or that anxiousness, or that whatever that feeling is. Stress. Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't kill my squeezy thing. It's dead. She said he's cute.
I know, right?
I don't even know what I would do if I had Ving Rhames sitting in front of me, man.
Man, Polo G was in front of me.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Have you been all my life? Stop. I'm kidding.
The best joke I ever heard.
It's the best joke I've ever heard. So excited.
Say it with your chest.
Kevin Hart. That's from Kevin Hart.
There was something he had said that I was saying at my job. And everybody was laughing every time I said it. I can't remember. I don't know. I guess the best joke that I ever heard. All right. So when I was younger, my father used to play Bill Cosby. Me, myself, and I. And he would tell this story of how he went to the kitchen because his wife told him to go down to the kitchen and to make breakfast. And he didn't want to do it in the first place, but he got up to go make some breakfast. And he said, you know, when you make pancakes, what they made out of? They made out of eggs and flour. So he figured, why not go ahead and give him some cake? So he gave him some chocolate cake. So then the baby comes down and, ooh, for breakfast, I'm going to have some chocolate cake. And he's like, yeah. So he's giving the baby the chocolate cake. And, you know, Bill Cosby had like 5 kids. So they all in the kitchen and they started playing music. And they're like, boom, 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 boom. Daddy's great. Give me the chocolate cake. And they all just sharing the chocolate cake. And they are dancing and having a good time. And then the wife comes downstairs. Are you eating chocolate cake? And they, but Daddy, he gave me the chocolate cake. And, oh man, every time I hear that one, I like that one so much. That is hilarious to me. But he's like, I didn't want to make him breakfast in the first place. And then I'm going to bed.
Favorite board game? I do like the Game of Life.
And
I like to play Spit. That's like a card game, but I don't really play games. So
I like playing categories.
Yeah, I like that game too.
When we
categories.
We sit down and play some categories, turn that little thing on and figure out the words. It's fun. You asked some good questions, Jay. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you for the questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. You had good questions. None of these things I thought we were gonna be asked today. These were very original questions. Thank you so much for participating in tonight's live. Ooh, that was fun. It was fun having time to get to know us. You know, what you guys curious and what you was interested in hearing about. Because, you know, we come on here all the time. And what do you guys really even know about us?
Right. Except that we sell jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, anybody else watching can definitely ask any question. Don't be shy. No questions are bad questions. No questions are invalid questions. So,
let me see that. But there was another one that that Bill Cosby has said, and I know that some people have feelings about him. But he said that whenever his father would call his brother, he was calling him, God darn it, get yourself over here. Jesus Christ, would you come here? Mm-hmm. So he's always yelling at them like that. And one day he yelled at Bill, but he said, God darn it, would you get over here? And he goes, but Dad, I thought I was Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm sure Bill Cosby was going to tell the joke better than me, but I thought it was so funny. That was so funny to me. But I used to get in trouble saying that joke. So that's probably why I don't say it too good. Every time I used to say it, I used to get into big trouble. My father would be like, didn't I tell you not to? But he would play it all the time so I could hear it. But then when I go and repeat what I heard, I got in trouble. So yeah, but I was one of my favorite. Me myself. If you get a chance to, you should just watch it. I think it's so funny. It's even funny even now.
Yeah, she made me watch it.
I made her watch it when
I was pregnant.
Yeah, because I thought it was funny to talk about when they pregnant and how they was all getting prepared for pregnancy and they had their breathing down. And then when it came down to giving birth, he was like, remember our breathing? And she said, she looked at me and she said, if you don't shut up, and took his bottom lip and pulled it all the way over his head. Oh, man. I guess I'm oh, gosh. I guess to me, that's my funniest thing. I couldn't watch nothing worse than him. My father never let me watch Richard Pryor. He never let me watch none of that other stuff, and we all know how dirty that was. And it wasn't until until we got older that I started going to comedy shows in the first place. But I do like Cat Williams.
I don't know what they're doing.
Especially that's my song. Oh my God, when the man was pregnant and and Theo was the one who was pregnant out of wedlock. And then they went to camera. That was a good one. When he was having nightmares because he couldn't sleep. And then there's other things that I really enjoyed, like when they would talk about just your feet now, just your feet. And because we grew up with them and we tended to love them as a family because they was a family that came with like richness. Yeah, the hero, one of them gave the hero sandwich, the other one gave birth to the boat. I forgot what the old man had. Oh my goodness. And when they had a car crash with Stevie Wonder. I think my favorite character was Denise. Yeah. When she
got married
to Lenny Kravitz. And then she got some good husbands, right? Lisa Bonet, girl. Oh, not to mention, I met Sandra, the one who played Sandra. She came to Serendipity one day. That's what I was thinking about. Not her though, but she came to Serendipity one time and we were sitting there like.
That's the oldest one.
Yeah.
Sandra, yeah, I was thinking about her. She got married.
I met her too.
Idiot boy.
But he ended up being a good husband to her after all. Yeah.
Took some time.
And you can't help who you love sometimes. But he was very chauvinistic. It was so funny. Where he talking about whose role was what. And I think that sometimes we do get stuck into those gender roles sometimes. I don't think we should erase gender altogether. I mean...
Right, they trying to get rid of my gender. Like, what am I going to identify as then? If they get rid of female and male, what am I going to an alien?
I don't have a problem with us being what we are. Be what we are. But I don't feel like everybody needs to push their agenda on everybody else. Right? But, if you want to do this and you want to be that, be that. There's nothing wrong with that. We fully support you. It's fine. But why does everybody else have to conform to that? I mean, those are my thoughts on that. I think that we got controversial on that. We got controversial, but that's okay. I think that everybody's entitled to their own opinions and their own feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just kind of feel like we should end it on a better note.
Oh, we ending this now?
Well, I mean, we've been on them a little bit under an hour, just about an hour. I feel not that things should remain the same, because I don't believe that. I think
I just feel
we
like
should be more inclusive.
acceptance shouldn't have to come with like changing like everything,
or even losing morals in the process.
because now they want to be like they want to change everything. They want to be like, oh well, bathrooms, anybody can go to the same bathroom, or
And I don't think that
they want to change they want to make everything neutral. Like they took Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and just made them Potato Head.
There's still gonna be Mr. and Mrs.
Hey, they want to take away like gender. They want to take away gender toys and just make them neutral. Like,
in a way,
is all toys gonna be gray and like?
In a way, I kind of agree with that to a point.
I don't know.
Because if a little boy wants to play with a doll, he's gonna one day have a kid, just like the little girl is. So why can't he play with the doll?
But that doesn't have to do with gender. That has to do with the way people act towards.
Right. So that I think that's probably where they're getting.
But they're doing it in the wrong way. Like I feel like they should normalize, instead of being like, oh, this is only for girls. Like normalize like both genders being interested in what's normally for the opposite gender.
Hi, Elizabeth.
That's what they should normalize instead of just erasing the genders entirely.
Yeah, there's still gonna be gender even if you try to erase it.
Right, like I seen somewhere, I think Demi Lovato was like, gender reveals for a boy or girl is transphobic. They want to say everything is transphobic. And like somebody was like I seen a meme.
How are you?
I seen a meme and they were like, oh, what are you? Like, and he's like, would you date a trans woman? And he's like, no, I'm straight. That's not like what I'm into. And they're like, oh, well then you're transphobic. And then he's like, well, then I'm super straight. And they were like, oh, you can't make up your own sexuality. Like, they just like being mad pushy. Like, okay, people can be transgender, but like you have to accept like people's preferences and what they're comfortable with. You can't push what you want and what you like onto someone else.
Right. So if I like a man, then I like men. Why do I have to like something else other than what I like?
Right.
You don't have to. But you can. And if you choose to, that's up to you. Or if you are born that way and that's what you want to do, I don't think that my life should affect yours that much or that your life should affect me that much.
Like I don't know, talking about this made me think of this one episode of Family Guy. And Quagmire's in a bar. And the lady comes up to him and she's like, oh, I want to be with you. But like, he's like, transvestite. He runs away. And then he comes back. He's like, before or after? He's like, before. He's like, transvestite. And runs away. I don't know.
He's like, well, after maybe. Yeah. But yeah.
It's like, that just goes into like preference. Like, this goes into preference, but people who are comfortable with what they want.
Oh, good. Thank you for asking. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming on our live. Today's a day that we have anybody coming on asking questions about us and what we think. Is there anything you want to know about me or my daughter, Michaela? You can feel free to ask. We are enjoying the conversations that we're having with one another. Thank you. She said you're my twin.
Thank you. Guys, excuse my voice. I'm not sick. I just losing my voice.
I think it's funny because we went on one time to a store. We went to a store, and I went to go buy something at the store. But the picture I have on there is when I was 19 years old. And I went to buy it, and I gave the guy my ID. And he sits there and says, are you sure that's not her? Yes, we need to take a trip back. I definitely know that my friends that went, they're going to be going back. I would love to go to Florida. I heard Tampa, I'm supposed to be going to Tampa in May, and the flights there is super cheap to Tampa.
I need to see my bestie, Westie.
It was like $67. And that's my round trip. That was one way, so it wasn't going to be that much. I would love to do that. This is my vacation twin. When I was in Jamaica, and this was really cool about Elizabeth. I hope you don't mind I tell that story. So I'm walking through Jamaica, and it was my white day. So I had on like this white shirt with lace on the sides and some white pants. And as I'm walking past Elizabeth, she's wearing exactly the same shirt and some white pants. And I looked at her and I felt nervous because she was wearing the same thing that I was wearing. I thought she was going to get upset. And I said to myself, let me get out of here. And as I was about to pass her, she was like, I see you, queen. And I was like, oh. So then we started talking for a few minutes. And I think then I left, right? And I started doing a live to tell everybody where I was at in Jamaica. And then I hear her come behind me and she was like, Michelle. And I turned around and we exchanged numbers and we've been cool ever since. But we still got to meet up in New York. I thought that was the coolest thing because sometimes when you meet people in the beginning, you never know how they're going to be. And, you know, you were just so cool. I love telling that story. It was awesome. Definitely, I love to travel. I've been so many places. I still want to see. I have a bucket list. Like, I'm trying to see different places. I want to see Europe, though. I haven't gotten over there yet. Okay. I will definitely let you know. Because we got to plan something. I think we should do, like, a girls thing. You know? And just get us together and see how we mix. And kind of, yeah, let's do something. Even if you do something too. Yeah, then if there are any other questions that we got besides when we going on vacation. Really? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes, do that, please. We'll do something up here and then we'll do something somewhere else. My friends, they travel all the time. Excuse me. But the ones that got married, they're supposed to be going back to Jamaica maybe next year. So maybe come with us. Or Mexico. I forgot. But I'll let you know. Definitely let you know. Keep me in. We'll see how it goes. What is going on over here?
She was like, she just wants to leave.
Oh, she's happy to be back in here. Alright. So that was a good question too. We are definitely gonna let you know. You coming to mommy? Okay. She just wanted to get in here.
That was funny.
So, alright, so I don't know. If you guys ain't got no more questions, we might do this again sometime. If you want to ask questions. There was some really good questions today. I didn't expect so many good questions. So, again, thank you, Jay.
We'll do this again next Saturday.
You want to do it again next Saturday? Okay, so maybe we'll come back on next Saturday just so you guys, if you want to ask us more questions about ourselves or anything about us or our business or anything, we will be happy to answer those questions for you. And we'll come back on next week. I think I might still do the Sassy Sunday tomorrow. I have something I might try. Or if not, we'll reschedule for next week. I will repost and let you guys know, because I know there's some people that already hit me up like, are you seriously not going to do Sassy Sunday? Which I didn't even know that you guys were like really watching like that. So I might still do it. I do have some things that we could try and discuss tomorrow. There was a sale.
We do?
You guys, I got to check and see if you guys could taste it with me first.
Okay. I want to try that tres leche.
This the special Haagen-Dazs. Give me that before you walk away from there.
I don't think she can.
I gotta check and see if it has anything in it that you guys can't eat, and then get back to it. But I think we might try it, so I'll let you guys know for sure.
I want to try zombie Skittles.
Well, you can get them.
Right, I was about to say that.
If you get the zombie Skittles, then we'll try them. And then she still wanted to do the hottest chip challenge. I think we're still gonna do that. Oh, thank you, Jay. You were the one asking really good questions, so I appreciate you coming on, because I know you said you had something to do too. Yes. Yes. I love that you said that we family now. But
hey, what's the problem, man?
We definitely gonna do some more things. And I'm just trying to see the hottest, like I said, with the hottest chip challenge. We still gonna do that. I don't want to, but you guys voted it up. It's just that chip is expensive, and if it's really up to me, I would break the chip in 4 pieces and be like, here, because I don't want to eat the whole thing. She wants to eat it. She's so gun-ho about eating it. I don't like stuff. Move her from over here. I don't like that stuff where you have burn your mouth and your stomach and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, we could do the hottest gummy.
Ew. I think that would be worse because
sounds nasty.
Because the gummy is gonna be like sticky, and then you know how you get it stuck in your mouth, and then it's gonna be stuck in your teeth, and then it's gonna be like burning. Or what if it gets caught in a cavity or something? I don't know. I don't have like cavities like that, but what if it gets caught in a crevice and it's just stuck there because it's like like a gummy?
No, I'm supposed to do that, but you can't. Woo! Zombie Skittles, y'all.
Yeah, I don't.
It says most taste delicious, but some taste like rotten zombie. Dare to try? Beware, beware, beware.
You know what that reminds me of though? Because when I was working at Serendipity, they had the Harry Potter movie that was coming up. And remember they had the little jelly beans? Well, we had them in our store. So we opened them. And we went to try the jelly beans. And I was like, well, I want to see what this is about. And so I was reading them. And there was one that said that was like earwax. And I put that one in my mouth. And I spit it out because it really did taste like earwax. And then there was the one that tastes like dirt. What does rotten zombies taste like? Because if it tastes like dead flesh, I don't want it.
Excuse me. We can't eat those chips. Why can't eat those chips?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jay. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to eat that hottest chip.
I want to eat it. I want to see if it's really as bad as everybody's saying it is. Like, I want to see. I want to see if I could do it.
The guy that I had posted a couple of weeks ago, he was this big, strong guy. And he was like, I could eat all 3 of these chips. He bought 3 chips. And he gave one to his friend. He had another one. And then he had another friend. He gave one to his friend, and they had one. They had, like, ice cream sitting there. So he's eating it. And he put the whole chip in his mouth. And he was chewing and chewing and chewing. And then he just stopped. And then they zoomed in on his face. And you just see things were starting to change. He was like, yo, my mouth is on fire. And then he finished eating it. And then he tried to eat the ice cream.
She left.
And then he was sitting there like, this is stupid. They was like, would you tell somebody to do this again? And he was like, no, this is dumb. So he definitely convinced me not to want to do it.
You convinced me I want to do it.
Then I seen somebody else try it, that he started to eat the chip and he spit it all out right then and there. I don't think I can do it.
I want to see the world hottest gummy.
I don't think I can do it, y'all. But we probably going to just do it because y'all voted it. Alright, there you go again. So, it's coming. It's coming. We definitely going to pull it. I'm probably only going to buy 2 chips. Because I know my mom said she wanted to do it with us. But she's older.
It's called Lil Nitro. Oh, look, what's this say?
I don't want her to
World's hottest gummy bear candy, popcorn, hot one, candy challenge. Lil Nitro, toe of Satan, spontaneous combustion.
Toe of Satan.
Carolina Reaper, giant.
None of that sounds like anything I want to eat. What happened? Where's her bubble at? Where is your bubble? I just don't understand why. Yeah, that's what I would do because I know I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to lose.
I want to eat the whole thing.
I don't want to eat the whole thing. And then she's going to be crying all night. So, Mommy, what would you? Stop. Come here.
I feel like I could do it. I'll taste the spicy stuff.
No, I don't think I can do it. I had atomic wings one time. It was like a nuclear war in my stomach, and I never wanted to do that again. I was like, I tried it. I drank a whole lot of milk afterwards. No, I can't do it.
This one's a lollipop.
I can't do it.
Oh, look at this. It's being boozled.
That just sounds like it's going to make you go to the bathroom. Is that a game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's other ones that's like, it tastes nasty.
Well, we'll see, because we're going to get some things that we're going to have a little bit more fun on the Saucy Sunday Save It Toss It. Well, you know what, Jay? You family now, so you got to have some of the chip, too. She said we family now, so you're going to church. We're going to
Y'all, I seen this one, right? The guy, he pranked his wife, so she wanted him to make a sandwich. Oh, no, it was the other way around. She pranked him. He wanted her to make a sandwich, so she made the sandwich and put the chip in the sandwich. The hottest chip.
That's wrong. He don't know why his mouth is on fire. What happened?
Yo, then he had a heart attack. He was like, oh my God, why would you put that in the sandwich? We already did this challenge. It was all the
did it already?
There was all the cold stuff out the freezer and the ice, drinking the water. They was like, oh my God. Oh my God, take me to the hospital.
Look what Jay said. But we family now. She said, we ain't that much family. You know how we're family, like, but we family, but ain't that much family in the world. That's the part that be making me laugh. But one of these days, we're going to try some of that stuff that she's talking about. Now, I'm probably going to be like, today's the day.
I'm me. But we need gloves.
We're going to need a lot more than that. And Kiana cannot be here the day that we do it.
Right, she gotta be
because she's going to try to want to eat the chip. Somebody got to live to tell it. Yeah, it's going to be Monty Bell because I'm not going to let her eat it. Yeah, she's only 11. And even though she's got that Caribbean blood.
I seen a little girl do it, younger than Monty Bell. She was like this.
Yeah, I'm not doing that to her. That's wrong. Why did they give it to the baby? The poor baby. That's not funny. To give it to the baby.
But like, I don't want to do the actual challenge though.
What you mean?
The actual challenge is you gotta eat the whole chip and then wait 5 minutes without drinking anything.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't really want to do the challenge. What are you going to do? Like, eat the chip and be like, give me the milk! Bread!
Yeah.
I saw this lady that she thought that was, the lady.
Who thought it was a cherry?
She thought this pepper was a cherry, and she talking about she gotta eat healthy, and she bites into one of them really hot peppers, but they look like
it was a ghost pepper, I think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait 5 seconds. So they had
5 minutes.
She said we ain't gonna wait 5 seconds. So she has this pepper, and she thinks it's a cherry, and she was like, so you just eat healthy, and we gonna eat this cherry. And she starts eating it, and she's like, it's so hot. And she's like, oh, I need some water. Give me some water. I need water. Now, you know, when you have something hot, you don't drink water. But anyway, there was a Pepsi over there, and she was like, "Give me the Pepsi, give me the Pepsi." So they give her the Pepsi, and of course, it made it worse. They finally gave her water. She's pouring the water all in her mouth. It's all falling off the sides of her face. Then she had to end the live. She was coughing. Oh my God. She looked like that was a wrap for her. I learned a lesson from that. When you're going to do it live and you're going to teach somebody about something, make sure you know what that something is. Because if you don't know what that something is and you find out in front of everybody, that's a little embarrassing. I felt bad for her, though. I felt bad for her. She shouldn't have been trying to eat. Talking about it's a cherry. I'm like, oh no. And this is some things that you just, when you want to do a tutorial, you should always do your research first. Always do your research.
I'll tell you guys, do you like my hair? I did it myself. I thought he was giving me a high five.
All right. I think she did a good job with her twists in her hair. And we charge $20. You bring the hair. Bring your own bottle. She said, "You cute, though." Funny thing is, we come from a long line of cosmetologists. And I sat there during this pandemic and I was playing around with doing my own hair and doing
nails,
crocheting hair. And she said, "Do mine." So she gotta come to the Bronx.
We also was doing nails.
Yeah, we were doing it. I can't really say for my nails now because I didn't cut them short and I stopped doing them, so they don't look as cute as they did.
Yeah, me too.
But I spent this whole time learning how to do gel tips and stuff. But I tell you this,
perfected the coffin.
It takes me
ballerina
entirely too long to do it. Yes, bring the bottle. Bring the bottle and the hair. I got the movies and the snacks. Could make a night of that. I be always saying that I want to do a girls' night where, I mean, it's gonna have to be after the pandemic is over. I wanted to hire a makeup artist to come in and teach all my girls how to do makeup. Then we was gonna do facials, and we was gonna sit there and watch girly movies or some fun thing. I don't want to be like so sappy, like we watch the sappy movies, but I do like sappy movies.
I like to watch comedy.
I like sappy movies. I have a lot of good movies. Like that is, I have so many favorite movies that my kids are probably tired of watching.
The only favorite movie that I really like to watch is that movie, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh yeah, that one I'll be watching over and over and over again because there's so many funny lines in there. There's so many funny parts. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was hilarious. The video game feel of the movie, the fight scenes. I really like that movie. I think they did a really good job with it. Oh, look, we got y'all. So when I finally get it together, I'm still looking for a makeup artist to come. I'm looking for a specific one. I'm looking for a makeup artist to make me into a bio queen. A bio queen is a queen that looks like a drag queen.
Yeah, these were the nails, y'all. I'm multi-talented.
Where you going? Come here. You look like you about to get messy. And I don't want you going behind there right now.
I don't know what you just said, but chill out.
Thank you. So. Period. So I'm hoping that I'm be able to find a makeup artist. I thought I found one, but I'm still looking for someone. You do? Okay.
Yes, we want to be made into a balcony. We want to do the extra of the extra.
And she should like that when we put it together and we do the party, that, you know, she'll be able to show, like, teach us all how to do whatever we do with the makeup. Because I know that a lot of us women, we have all kinds of makeup in our home, but we may not know how to use it all. Or the way that we're supposed to be using it may be the wrong way. We have the makeup artist teach us how to do what we need to do with the makeup so we can learn how to be better artists with our own faces. That would be great. But I think that exaggerated look to the bio queen is something that you definitely need, like, an artist to do. That's the bio queen.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
That. Stop. She's trying to get on there.
Say hi.
Okay, thank you. I don't even
Say
know.
hi.
I do have an Instagram, so I will look her up.
Look, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Wait, hi.
Awesome.
Oh, she can do that. Okay.
So she teach me how to do that, and then teach me how to do regular makeup. Cause I don't always want to look like a bio queen when I walk out the door with all them big old lashes.
I love big lashes. Those fur balls on my face.
What you doing?
Thank you.
All right. Well, maybe we'll do this again next week. You know, we don't want to keep you on too long.
Yeah, next week Saturday. So get your questions prepared.
Yes. We did not let everybody know too much long that we were doing this. I think I did announce it last week. Look, she's pulling away from me. You don't get yourself hurt like that. Come up. So we'll probably come on and do this again. And we might do the Sassy Sundays anyway. Thank you. All right, so you guys have a great night. We appreciate all of you. From M&M Jewels. Bye.